Hello guys, it's your girl Rebecca and I'm back with another video. Hope you're excited to see me. I'm super excited to see you again. So guys, I was having my quiet time, my devotion time this morning, and the chapter I read today was Numbers chapter 14. Believe me guys, it's just so loaded. It's like it's I don't know how to describe right now, but it's super loaded. And as I was reading it, I felt like definitely I should talk about this on my channel, so that's why I'm bringing it to you guys today. So if you've not read it or read it in a long time, just go to Numbers chapter 14 so that you have a better idea of what I'm going to say. Then read it. Then in the comment section, let's rub minds together. I'm expecting loads of comments on this video because definitely it's the word of God and it's never dies. I want you guys to learn from me in the same vein. I want to learn from you as well. So what are the verses? What actually happened in Numbers chapter 14? So what happened in Numbers chapter 14? So before we get started, I'm Rebecca. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you guys think about my videos. Good. So what happened in Numbers chapter 14? So it's actually like in that chapter, God told Moses that tell select some people, let them go to the land, the promised land, and inspect it. Let's see how are we going to attack, how what will happen, what are we going to do. Like just inspect the land. Is it actually a promising land? Is it a land filled with milk and honey? What is going on? Just inspect the land like that. So he actually picked some people. Caleb was part, and Joshua was part of them as well. Then there were others, so Caleb, Joshua, and others. Actually, there were 12 in numbers. They all went to the promised land and they all checked it. So when they came back, the 12 of them came back, 10 of them had evil reports. And the report was that, wow, the land is definitely filled with milk and honey, but the people there we cannot conquer. They are giants. And we to them, they are like, we're like ants, and they're like giants, and we're like ants. They are not even humans again, they are not like ants. So when the people heard that, like the women people at the camp heard that, they said, wow, we cannot go this one, that one. Would have been better if they had died in Egypt. It would have been like they did not even think of what God had done. Like just within how many seconds, I don't know how many, how long it took them to calculate that mathematics. Because you do not even think all what God has done for you from thing like you crossed Jordan, you crossed the river on dry land, you firstborns were killed for your sake. You forgot totally everything about that, and you're saying, okay, they are giants. Like, okay, I believe they are giants, but God will make a way. That should be okay. God will make a way. You should not just let 10 people come and convince the whole multitude of Israel that we are ants before them. So having like they just discouraged themselves. They could not. They said it would have been better if they died there in Egypt. They still had food to eat in Egypt and all that. Can you imagine? God is in the midst of their like God is the how did the Bible say it? Like God is the host, like the host, like is the one in charge of this battle, and you people are saying that you are like ants before them. No, like the moment I got to that place, I was like, anything I'm going through, I should not be discouraged. God has actually done a lot for me. Like seriously, there were times I was sick. There were times I could not get up on my feet. There were times I were like all those things that God has done for me. It's not because what I'm experiencing now. I'm not going to say, oh, I better stay on this mountain, or I better go back to where I'm coming from, so that this one and that one will not happen, so that this problem will not conquer me. No, if God was able to deliver me back then, He's still alive. He's still alive. No, if He's still alive, definitely He's going to deliver me and going to save me, and I'll come back rejoicing. That should be our faith talk. So let's not be like them. So let me continue my story. That was why I said you guys should just go back, read Numbers chapter 14, then just get to it like that. So when that happened, they said, oh, we are like this and this. Then Caleb stood up. Like the guy was, what are people saying? Like, do you guys know what has actually happened? He said, no, the land is truly flowing with milk and honey, and we can conquer, we can overtake them. Then the Lord came up and said, okay, you guys have said, Caleb and Joshua surely gave a positive report, while others, that's why I said, there were three set of people that went. We had Caleb, we had Joshua and others. So others are the ones that gave the bad reports, but Caleb and Joshua gave a positive report about the land. That they were able, that the Lord is with them and they are able to conquer them. That is just small. Hmm? So that was what the report that those ones gave. Then God came down and said, "Oh, is this the people I'm trying to save? Are they the ones I want to keep my covenant with?" Hmm? And later on, God now said, because they said because of their wives and their children they will perish and this and that, they themselves they will not see it. The generation that came out from Egypt will not see it. Rather, it is their children that will see it. So that moment, something struck me, and I was like, at times, so if God said He's going to make them wander around the land, and 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 they will all be wasted, and that was what happened. Later on, I think I've read that part of the Bible before. Later on, they all died. That generation died. It was new ones that entered the promised land. So it was not them at all. So what I'm trying to pull out here is that at times we can be we can be as a result of this, like some things can be happening to us as a result of the sins of our parents or the sins of our ancestors whatsoever, because those ones, God just love those children, and those ones we see positive. Like at least God did not just sweep them all off like that. But what I'm trying to pull out here is that some things can actually happen as a result of the things of the sins of our parents. If you get me, you know, like Bible passages that are like that. Even when they were trying to crucify Jesus, they said, "Let the sins be on them and on their children." So we can, when we are praying, we should pray that God, the sins, if I'm suffering, if I'm in this predicament because of the sins of my parents, Lord, show me mercy. Wash me and purify me, because we can, anything, some things can happen to us as a result of what our parents or our ancestors have done that we may or may not be aware of. So I think that's like a deep passage, and I want us to all read it. It is definitely deep, it's power packed. So not only that did I draw from that lesson, I also picked that there's a third one. Then they decided that when God has abused, when Moses and they relate the message and all those things have happened, then they said, "Oh, we will go up, we will fight them, we will do this." Then Moses said, "Don't go. God is not with you again. Oh, don't go. May we not flee before our enemies. May we not run when no one is pursuing us." So they said they will go. So they went. And when they went, those ones, the Bible said they flee before them even to Omar. Like, I think that's Hormah, like that. They flee before their enemies, they conquer them, they beat them, they show them pepper, don't come back again. So when the Lord is not in our midst, like when you feel like you are not in good standing with God, try and trace back your steps. Try and just trace back your step. God, if I've missed it, help me. I need you. I need you so bad. I need you so bad. Like I need you so well. If I've gone wrong, if I've missed it, Lord, show me mercy. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. God, I'm saying this not just for the YouTube channel sake, but I'm saying it as a person. I need you, God. If I've missed it, Lord, show me mercy. I feel like these are the things I learned. It's just power packed, and I want to encourage you guys to just read it. I really hope you to recommend this video so that it reaches a length of people, and if you've seen it and you like it, you can as well share it with others. So thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and also comment on this video and others as well. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you find this entertaining. So actually, I'm filming these two videos in a day. I filmed one earlier, but I don't know which I'll be posting first. So the other one is about how to read through your Bible in a year. I encourage that you use that as well. Thank you guys. Stay blessed and bye.